Hello, students, and a very good morning to you. Students, as we are studying chapter 14 of class 7 science, that is electric current and its effects. So, this is the second part of this chapter. In previous video, we have studied about electric current, how electric current produced. Then we have studied about electric circuits, in which we have studied about open and closed circuit, and then we have studied about types of circuits, that is series circuit and parallel circuit. So let's have a look what we are going to study in this part. So students, in this part we will study about effects of electric current. So here you have to study, in this class you have to study about two effects of electric current, that is heating effect and magnetic effect. So in this part we will study about heating effect of electric current and its applications, its various application we will study, in which we will study about the electric heating appliances, electric bulb and electric fuse. So let's start with effects of electric current. So actually electricity, when it passes through any object, it shows different type of effects, means various type of effects it can produce, that is heating effect, magnetic effect, chemical effect, mechanical effect. So these are the basic type of effects which are produced by electricity. So in this class we will study about heating effect and magnetic effect produced by the flow of electricity or electric current, and chemical effect and mechanical effect of electric current will be studied in higher classes. So before we discuss the heating effect, because in this part we will study about heating effect of electric current, we should know about the electric resistance. And we know about the electric resistance because in previous part of this chapter we have studied about resistance also. Okay, so all the materials, they have some capacity, they have some ability to oppose the flow of current. We know, we have studied about it. So some materials have less capacity or less ability to oppose electric current, flow of electric current, and some materials have more ability to oppose electric current. Okay, means when electric current flows through any material, that material has some inner ability to oppose the flow of electric current. So some material has less property of preventing or opposing the flow of electric current, and some has more ability. So we can say that the degree to which a material opposes, means produce hindrance or obstacle in the passage of electric current through itself, it is called resistance. Means the degree which is to which any material or any substance oppose the passage of electric current through itself, it is called resistance. So copper, aluminium, these type of metals, they have low resistance. Okay, silver has a least resistance, and some alloys as nichrome, they have the high resistance. So here one more thing is there, that is what is alloy. So about alloy we have discussed in 6th class also, alloy we have discussed in 7th class also, in physical and chemical changes. In that chapter we have studied about alloy. So alloy is a combination of two or more than two metals, as steel, brass, bronze, nichrome, all these are, they are alloy. Okay, so nichrome you have to study in this video also. So nichrome is an alloy of nickel, chromium, iron and manganese. Okay, so if a wire is having a high electrical resistance, then it is called a resistance wire. Okay, so nichrome wire is a high resistance wire, it is a resistance wire. Okay, and the conducting wire, which is used to carry electric current that we use in our circuit that we have studied in previous part. We have studied about electric circuit. So in that circuit, the conducting wire which we were using to conduct to carry electric current, that conducting wire has less resistance. Okay, and the nichrome wire, they have the high resistance. Now, students, we will see our next topic, that is heating effect of electric current. So, when an electric current flows through any conducting wire, a part of it or whole of the electric current or electric energy is converted into heat energy. Okay, so when your electrical energy is converted into heat energy, it is called the heating effect of electric current. So when an electric current is passed through a high resistance wire means the wire means the material from which the wire is made up of. That material or that substance has the capacity or ability to oppose the flow of electric current. Okay, so when electric current is passed through a high resistance wire like nichrome wire, so the resistance wire become hot and produces heat. Why? Because it is not allowing the electric current to flow through it. So when that electric current cannot be passed from one end to another end completely, means most of the part of the electric current is getting wasted. So how it wasted? It wastes in the form of heat. Okay, so when an electric current is passed through a high resistance wire, the resistance wire become hot and produces heat. So this is only the heating effect of electric current. Okay, so what happens when electric current passes through a high resistance wire? The electric energy get converted into heat energy, and this heat energy heats up the resistance wire. Okay, and this heating effect of all the electrical appliances, they it depends upon the resistance of the heating element. Means what is the heating element? It depends, it is the factor which determine the heating effect of electric current. Okay, so the some of the example of heating effect of current as it is used in the electric irons. When we use iron, obviously we all know we use the heating effect of electric current in the electric iron. In electric stoves also, in electric geysers and electric fuses, they all use the heating effect of electric current. Okay, now the heating effect of all the electrical appliances, obviously it depends upon the resistance of the heating elements. Means what is the resistance, it is of less resistance or it is of high resistance. Okay, so the resistance of a wire, it depends upon the nature of the material. Nature of the material means what is the nature of the material or substance through which electric current is passing through, then length of the wire and area of cross section. Okay, so when the resistance of the wire is higher, it means there will be greater heating effect. Okay, that is why the alloy like nichrome, they have the high resistance. Now students, we will see one activity to show the heating effect of electric current. So in this activity, we need two nails, one nichrome wire of 10 centimeter, one thermocol sheet, then connecting wire, switch, cell, and cardboard box. Okay, so what we have to do in this, first of all, we have to take two iron nails and we have to fix them on a thermocol sheet as you can see in the image. Okay, two nails are there and they are fixed in a thermocol sheet, and these two iron nails, they are joined together by connecting a nichrome wire. Okay, so next step, we will connect a nichrome wire with the two iron nails, and when we will touch the nichrome wire, it will be at room temperature, means it will be at normal temperature. Okay, now what we will do, we will make an electric circuit. Okay, so electric circuit means it will be a closed circuit. Okay, so when we will make electric circuit, we will connect the two iron nails to the terminals of electric cell. As you can see, one of the iron nail is directly connected to the negative terminal of the cell by a connecting wire. Okay, and another terminal, that is a positive terminal of the cell, it is connected with the switch through a wire, and that switch is again connected with the iron nail by a connecting wire. So this is the complete circuit, this is the complete setup for the activity. Then what we have to do, we have to turn on the switch. Okay, and when we will turn on the switch, that is, you can see in this image, the switch is in off condition. When we will on the switch, then electric current will start flowing in this circuit. Okay, after a few minutes we will again switch off the circuit. Okay, and again we will touch the nichrome wire. Now, when we will touch the nichrome wire, we will feel that it is too hot. Why? Because on passing the electric current, that nichrome wire becomes too hot. If you will take the normal connecting wire that we are using for carrying electric current in the setup only, if you will use that connecting wire instead of nichrome wire, and you will give it electric current for the same time as we are giving for nichrome wire, and when you will touch that connecting wire, you will not feel too hot. Okay, but at the same time, when we will give the same amount of current to the nichrome wire, and when you will touch it, you will feel it, and you can feel that it is very hot. Why? Because all the electric current which is passing through the nichrome wire, it is getting wasted in the form of heat energy. And why it is getting wasted? Because of the high resistance of the nichrome wire. Okay, so here just this activity is given just to show you the heating effect of electric current. So electric current is passing through the nichrome wire. Because nichrome wire is having high resistance, so it will oppose the flow of electric current, obviously. And when it will oppose the flow of electric current, then that electrical energy or electric current get wasted in the form of heat energy, and your nichrome wire will become hot. Next, we will see the application of heating effect of current. Means lots of applications are there of heating effect of electric current. So here we will see some of the heating effect of electric current. Okay, so so many electrical appliances, so many electrical devices are there which are based on the heating effect of electric current, as iron, electric iron, you all know, electric room heater, immersion rods, means immersion heaters, then hot plates, electric kettles, etc. So many type of geysers and hair dryers, so many type of electrical appliances are there. Even your hair straightener also, it also uses the heating effect of electric current. Okay, so these type of instruments or these type of devices or appliances, they use the heating effect of electric current. So how they use the heating effect of electric current, means how can they produce heating effect? So these appliances, they contain coil of nichrome. Okay, they contains coil of high resistance wire which is made up of nichrome. So when electric current passes through the coiled wire, okay, when it is passes through the coiled wire, it is called element. Okay, and it becomes red hot and emits light energy and heat also. So as you can see in sometimes the hot plate and the uh, hot plates and immersion rods, immersion heaters, etc., they produces some amount of heat light energy also. Okay, so when heat energy passes through the coil, passes through the element of the nichrome, so it become very hot, it gets heated and emit heat energy. Okay, so the amount of heat energy which is produced by any wire, it depends upon the material of the wire, means from which material the wire is made up of, what is the thickness of the wire. Because if long and yes, next thing is length of wire and strength of electric current, means what is the amount of electric current we are giving. Okay, so long and thick wire, they have the high resistance. Okay, then the small and thin wires, means if wires are small and thin, they will have less resistance, but if the wires are long and thick, then they are having high resistance. Okay, so different materials have different length and thickness of the wire, and varying amount of current intensity or varying amount of electric current are used in different appliances according to requirement. Okay, so in case of heater, electric iron, etc., nichrome is used as element which offers large resistance and gets heated when electric current flow through it. So all these appliances, they are having high resistance wire, coils of high resistance wire, as you can see in the images also. So they are having high resistance wire, that is nichrome, and nichrome is an alloy, you all know, it has high resistance, and it produces heat energy, means electrical energy get converted into heat energy. And this room heater, you have studied in the heat chapter also, that because of radiation, it warms the room. Okay, so keep this thing in your mind, that these appliances, they have a coil of high resistance wire, that is called that is nichrome, which is made up of nichrome. Nichrome is an alloy and it is high resistance wire, and in these appliances it is called as element. Next uh, example, or we can say next application of heating effect of electric current, is an electric bulb. So we all know that electric bulb produces both heat and light energy. So basically it is used for producing light energy. Okay, when suppose electric bulb is giving light from some time, when you will bring your hand little bit closer to the bulb, then you can feel some heat also. It means it produces both heat and light energy. Okay, so the filament, the electric bulb, it consists of filament. You all have studied about the electric bulb in 6th class, you have studied about it. So you all know that electric bulb, it consists of filament which is made up of very thin wire of tungsten, which is also offers a very large resistance. Okay, so the filament of electric bulb, it is made up of thin and coiled tungsten wire, which is of very large resistance, which has very high resistance. So when electric current passes through it, it first get heated to over 1500 degrees Celsius. Means first it get heated up to 1500 degrees Celsius, and then it starts glowing and emitting yellow white light. So the bulb is filled with nitrogen or argon, we all know, instead of air, to reduce the evaporation of tungsten, which would be otherwise, if oxygen will be there, it will condense on the bulb and blacken it. Okay, so this is also the use of heating effect of electric current. Okay, so the bulb is used for light, but it also produces some heating effect, which is actually the waste of electrical energy, means it has it is made just because of the purpose of producing light energy. But some of the electrical energy, all you have studied in the sixth class how electric current passes through the tungsten wire, tungsten filament, and how it get heated. Okay, so basically the electric current passes through the tungsten wire to produce light energy, but some of the electrical energy get wasted in the form of heat energy. Okay, so it produces both heat and light energy. Next thing, uh, the CFLs and the fluorescent tube lights, we all know. So the wastage of this type of heat energy can be reduced by using these fluorescent lights instead of using bulbs. Okay, so the compact fluorescent lamp, that is CFLs, and the fluorescent tube lights, they are available in the market to reduce the wastage of uh, electrical energy, means the wastage of electrical energy by reducing the heat produced due to lightning. And it can consume very less electricity, and it produce very great intensity of light. So students, our next topic is electric fuse, means one of the application of heating effect of electric current, that is electric fuse. So before starting this, I think you all are familiar with some terms as overloading or short circuit. You all have heard that terms. What is overloading? Suppose so many electrical appliances, they are connected to a single socket. Okay, so normally they draw the normal amount of electric current as their requirement, but sometimes what happen, they draw extremely large amount of electric current from the household circuit. So this is only when they draw extremely large amount of electric current from the household circuit. This is only known as overloading, and this overloading, it may results into sparking or an electric fire. So that electric fire only, it is called as short circuit. Okay, so these electric fires, they are which are caused as a result of overloading, it may be prevented by the proper use of fuse. Now, this is the next application of heating effect of electric current, that is electric fuse. So, an electric fuse, or it is normally called as fuse also, it is a safety device which prevents electric fire and damages to electrical appliances due to excessive flow of current. Excessive flow of current means overloading. Okay, so fuse is a safety device in an electric circuit which prevents short circuit. So it is actually the weakest part of the circuit which melts and breaks the electric circuit in case of an overload. Okay, so these fuse, it has a special wire, the melting point of which is very lower than the metal which we use to make the connecting wire or conducting wire, means the melting point of that fuse wire is very less as compared to the melting point of the wire which we use as conducting wire. So this fuse wire, it is made up of an alloy of 40% of lead and 60% of tin. Okay, sometimes some fuse wires, they are made up of alloy of copper and tin also. So both type of alloy, they have very low melting point. Okay, so in case of overload, when it get excess amount of or extreme amount large amount of electric current, it will melts and break the circuit. Okay, and fuse wire may have different thickness. More the thickness of the wire, means the wire, if it has more thickness, then it can withstand more electric load. Okay, so this fuse wire, this is a safety device in case of overloading, when extra amount of or excessive flow of electric current comes to your appliances, or your appliances are drawing much more amount of electric currents than normal. In that case, fuse wire will melt, it will break the circuit, and it will uh, prevent the electric fires, and it will prevent the damages to your electrical appliances. Okay, so this is fuse wire. And that fuse wire, in any excess of electric current which flows in the circuit, and that type of this type of short circuit or overloading can be prevented just because of electric fuse. So same thing happen here also. Electric wire has very less melting point, and as it gets the extra amount of electric current, that fuse wire, because of being heated, it will melt and it will break the circuit. Okay, so the fuse wire, as you can see in the images, first and second, these are the fuse wire which are used in the electrical appliances. So fuse wire has very short length of wire which with a low melting point, and it melts at about 200 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay, and the fuse wire also, it has high resistance and its temperature rises much faster than the connecting copper wire in case of overload. Okay, that is why only fuse wire melts, not all the conducting wires which carry the electric current to your appliances in your house, they not melt, only fuse wire melt. Okay, now one new type of fuse is there, that is miniature circuit breaker. It is a type of electric fuse which is automatically operated, as you can see in the image. And you can see this type of MCB, miniature circuit breaker, in your main switch also at your home. Okay, so this is a new type of electric fuse which is automatically operated, and you can see this type of MCBs in your switchboard at your home. So MCBs, or miniature circuit breaker, they protects an electric circuit during overload. So these are the switches which automatically turn off when current in a circuit exceeds, or it comes in extreme amount, and the as a safe limit. Okay, and they will turn off automatically, and then you have to turn them on, and the circuit is again completed. So this is miniature circuit breaker. This is also a type of electric fuse. Now, one activity is given to show the working of an electric fuse. So for this you required some materials, as you need two iron nails, thermocol sheet, a steel wool wire, and 4 cell battery, switch, electric bulb, copper wire, and cardboard box. So as you can see the setup in the image, first you have to take two iron nails, and you have to fix it about 10 centimeter apart on a thermocol sheet, as you can see in the image also. Then tie a thin steel wool wire between the two iron nails. Now connect the iron nails to the terminals of 4 cell battery through a switch and a bulb of 6 volt using copper wire. So as you can see in the image also, these two nails are fixed on a copper wire, and these two nails are connected with a thin strand of steel wool. And now this wire is connected with a lighted bulb, and the copper wire, they connect the switch and the terminals of both the terminals of 4 cell battery. Okay, now when you will switch on the electric circuit, the electric current passes through the circuit and the bulb glows. Okay, as we all know, when electric current will flow, now then the electric bulb will glow. Okay, and then we observe it carefully for few seconds. After few times, what happened, the thin steel wool wire breaks and the bulb will not glow. Okay, so this thin wool strand, steel wool, it acts as an electric fuse. Okay, it acts as electric fuse, and the voltage and the current of 6 volt, it is very it means it is too large current for this type of that much steel wool strand. That is why when we pass electric current of 6 volt, then the strand of steel wool, it melts and it breaks, and when it melts and break, it breaks the circuit, means the circuit will be incomplete and electric current will not flow. That is why bulb will goes off. So this is the this shows the working of an electric fuse. So students, here your second part of this chapter also it is completed, means in this part we have completed the heating effect of electric currents, and its application also we have studied. In next part we will study about the magnetic effect of electric current. Okay, so it will be better first read the chapter and then watch the video, the things will be more clear. Okay, and try to find out the answers of objective type questions of the chapter related to these topics. Okay students, do watch the video. Thank you students.